the little Tamiya TT02 and set it up for a bit of a drag type deal. And so before I turn this on, what we might be able to see on the radio is when I pull the throttle, it progressively moves up itself. So I'm controlling, or the radio is controlling the throttle. So we'll get this set up. It's got a power thing out of the way here, so only on 2S. So I'm only going to run 20 metres. We've got 20 metres marked, little chalk line just up there. So you can run 20 metres. So the idea of the run is you're just going to hit 20 metres and have a look at the data, but you'll see the car take off real slowly and progressively pick up. Just might have to give it a twitch that way. So you see how slow it took off, and that's just the control of the radio. Now I want the radio to have a nice continuous progression, but I do want more power off the start. So have a quick look at what that was. At 2.1 at 73 k's, so extremely fast. Like, that's very quick. The time's quite slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the computer and I'm going to change the throttle curve of the ESC. We're connected up to the ESC, the Mamba Monster 2, and we're going to go into throttle curve, and you can see this is basically the same linear pattern as what the radio is doing, but what I want to do is I want to bump this up. Let's go something like that. So even though the radio is still going to have this nice straight linear curve, the ESC is actually going to give more power out and then come back in line with the curve. So I'm going to start here at what, 21, 2, 3, 4, so 20 by 40, and if need be I'll keep increasing it up. So send that to the ESC. Hopefully this comes out on the camera okay. Alright, so the ESC's got the tune now. Again. Set this to record 20 metres. So now I should see it take off a little bit harder off the start. And a 1.9 at 73, so a little better. What we might do is give it a little bit more off the start, and then we can start changing how fast this throttle curve comes in. So do it all in one shot. So it was 20 by 40. Go maybe 20 by 50, maybe 25 by 50. No, 20 by 50. And you can see there it is, quite aggressive how much power is going to come on in relationship how the radio. So this is basically, you've got to think of the radio signal coming up, and the ESC is actually going to output something different. So update that. Alright, we'll do another 20 meters. And you can see that was wheel spinning a lot more off the start then. It was definitely more powerful off the start. And a 1.8 at 74, so great G's. Probably getting into maybe some wheel spin there, but that's actually quite good. And what I'm going to do is, motor temp's pretty nice, so I'm going to actually run this out to 40 meters. It's looking quite stable. So let's go to 40 meters, which is your standard 132 foot scale 110 track, and let's see what this thing will trap pretty much at the top end. So I think I've got my eye on where the 40 meters is. Right, so there we go, 40 meters. And a 2.6 at 90. Yeah, the G's have gotten down, so I actually might take a little bit more out of the launch and then ramp up the speed. And what I'll do is I'll let that cool, and I'm going to have a bit of fun with the big guy, and then we'll come back to that. This little guy, and I'm going to go to something in between, and then see if we can up. What I want to do is throttle basic power. Where is timing? It's at 15, so I don't know exactly how much timing this motor likes. So update the curve, give a little bit more timing. The only thing we can do is add some punch, but I think we're kind of pretty powerful as it is. I'm just going to try and get the power in sooner by adjusting the radio. So that's just make sure that's updated. Okay. Check the motor's pretty good. It's nice. I'll go to my throttle speed at 15. Bump that up to Let's just go 18. G this over. Ooh. Make it do a 40 meter hit. Well, see how it goes. See how it liked that one. 2.696. It's gotten a bit quicker, same time I think as the last one. So what we'll do is, again, I'll give it a little bit more on the radio. Bump that up. But it still feels nice. I'll give it another hit at 40 meters. Pretty much just was losing traction then too much, came on too hard for it really. You can see when we spun out. So yeah, it's not carrying the G's that I want. So we're might go to back it down and see what it does. I think motor's still quite good. Definitely wheel spinning, she's just loose all over the place. See, but going slower, we're able to pick up some more G's. Some good speed, but yeah, we're starting to pull into some wheel spin, so we'll give it a little bit of rest and we'll change a few more settings.